Yes, we're heading into the vault tonight because of a special anniversary. Today marks 60 years since KGW first aired its documentary called Pollution in Paradise. It was written and narrated by Tom McCall, who would later become Oregon governor. Our friends over at the Oregon Historical Society gave us a heads up about today's special date. They even showed us a pretty cool note from their collection. It's the original press release announcing the premiere showing. Here's a look at that. You can see it appears the premiere was supposed to be on Halloween back in 1962, but it was actually crossed off and replaced with today's date, November 21st. The hour-long color film documentary highlighted air and water pollution, and it took 6 months to make, including 6 weeks of filming across the state. The end of the press release notes that this documentary came about because leaders here at KGW felt Oregonians needed to be informed of the growing dangers of air and water pollution. They said it was on the threshold of unprecedented population growth and industrial expansion here in Oregon, and they were right. Much has been written about pollution in paradise, but we like this quote from William Robbins for Oregon Encyclopedia. Pollution in Paradise leveraged a new political spirit in Oregon, placing environmental issues at the forefront of state politics as never before. It was one of the first environmental documentaries ever here in the U.S., and we are here 60 years later celebrating it. Of course, we can't just tease you about it without showing you the old footage. We have one of the best archives in the country in the KGW Vault, so let's do that. Let's take a look back at a small part of KGW's Pollution in Paradise.
There is still an America that is wild and clean and beautiful. But there is also a dying dream of America where the waters are poisoned by the wastes of man and the breeze is strangled by the fires and fumes of civilization. No part of America still retains more of nature's original work than the state of Oregon, a paradise for those who treasure the unspoiled in sight, in smell, and sound. But who are these foul strangers in Oregon's paradise? At scores of such places along the rivers of Oregon where filth-loaded water pours from cities and from factories, the scrap fish gather, and their presence betrays water made sick and weary, water in which only the scavenger thrives. Oregon, the verdant land, where 1,000 streams bring water plentiful and clean and make possible a bounty that a nation must envy. But raw sewage on a suburban street breeds disease like hepatitis and serves shocking notice that the days of paradise may be numbered. The air of Oregon can be as sweet and fresh as its waters, but the very jobs they draw soil the air above and the waters below in numbers and ways faster than present planning and prevention can match. In government and in industry, men and dollars are put to work to keep Oregon's advantage. But in many places and in many ways, the effort is not enough, so that filth fallout costs you dollars and health.
Holy smokes, huh? And that was just 90 seconds of the documentary. The whole thing runs about 45 minutes. How about that music? It really is worth a watch, though, and you can find it right now on KGW's YouTube channel. Just search Pollution in Paradise KGW, and it should be there for you for free for your enjoyment.